your boy Chris, and this is
Shauna.
And today we're gonna, that's the boys in the back turning up. So guys, we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of living in Atlanta.
Yep.
And since you an AT alien.
I'm really from Norcross, so that's it's north of Atlanta. It's in a county called Gwinnett. That's where I'm from. So if you guys are familiar with Quavo and Migos, they're from Gwinnett area as well. Georgia. So yeah, we're gonna start with our pros. I would say that I think living in Georgia overall is like a nice family-oriented place to be. There's lots of activities to do. We even have a beach that's in Georgia. No one really talks about it that much, but there's beaches, there's Savannah, there's, beautiful parts to see. We have a Coca-Cola factory. We have a really, really nice aquarium. And we have the best food ever. If you're from the South, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, the food in Georgia is amazing. So you can't really go wrong with any type of cuisine you're looking for. They got good Indian food, they got good barbecue, Southern food, they got good Asian food, they got good, just American style chicken wings, like whatever Italian steak, whatever you have a taste for, you'll be able to get satisfied there. Even if it takes like 1 or 2 trips to different restaurants, you're gonna find your favorite real quick. Shopping is another big thing in Georgia, or I would say Atlanta. We have Lenox Mall. It's a very high-end mall. It has lots of luxury designers type stores.
Gunshots inside of Neiman Marcus. Police say this is the second report of gunshots fired inside Neiman Marcus.
And then we have Perimeter Mall that has also a little bit of that. Cons would be it can get overcrowded. Especially if you're living in Atlanta. I've never lived in the city of Atlanta because that's too. I went to college. I went to Georgia State, and that was the only time I was like really, always in the city. Besides going out with my girlfriends and stuff like that, or going on dates. But going on dates with you, my love. Atlanta became a big melting pot with a lot of people that decided to move there from all over. Even out of the country, up north, wherever, from the west side. Even a lot of people from California ended up moving there. So, it's a really big melting pot, but it's been like that for at least the past couple of decades. You don't really meet too many people that are in Atlanta that were actually born there or born in Georgia. And so I feel like it became like an area like that. Going back to the pros, it's a really good area for real estate. I think that the houses are really fairly priced, and you can get a lot of land, you can get a lot of space for the amount of money. I think it's very reasonable, especially being like a young adult, young female. I was able to purchase my first home out there with no issues. And it was a great size, especially for like a starter home for, starting a family and all that. So if you're looking into purchasing a home, I think the Atlanta real estate or Georgia real estate is really, really, really good. As far as more cons, I would say that there's a good amount of homeless people that live out there, especially in the city. And so you just got to be careful, just like any other city that you visit. You just have to be mindful, have a travel guide, know someone, call a friend, phone a friend, just to make sure you're staying out of those areas that you really shouldn't be in. But yeah, there's a lot of homeless out there. Part of it is kind of sketchy, and the other part is like, ooh, you feel like you could, be comfortable and just like take a stroll at night. Going back to pros, if you're into like music, or if you want to do modeling or things of that nature, like you have that entrepreneurial spirit, I think living out in Georgia will kind of help open some doors for you. I think there's a lot of models there, a lot of rappers, a lot of entrepreneurs that are doing actually pretty well. As far as the colleges, There's lots of colleges there. Atlanta's known for having a lot of HBCUs. There's Clark Atlanta, there's Spelman, there's a lot of HBCUs. So if you are interested in going to a historically black college, that's definitely the state to go to. So do your research and figure out if that's something, you know, a direction that you want to go in. I do know private colleges cost a whole lot more. So just keep in mind that student debt, you know, just keep in mind the student debt. Atlanta is also a good place for like hairstylists too. I think there's lots of black hairstylists there. So you will never have trouble if you need a wig made, if you need a sew-in done, if you have natural hair and you want to get it pressed out, if you get relaxers. Look, there's something for everybody. There's bomb stylists left and right. So it's like all you gotta do again is call a friend or just jump on StyleSeat and see, you know, who's around you, because I guarantee you your hair, you're gonna be very impressed. There's also lots of makeup artists.
All right, so for me, my pros would definitely be just having a lot, being around the culture of Atlanta. I think Atlanta has a lot of culture in it. There's people from all around the world living in Atlanta. You know, I feel like I'm from New York originally, but I feel like Atlanta is more of a melting pot. Like, there's a whole bunch of different people that live there and their nationalities, and you can just feel it once you get there. You can just tell. Like, it's just a mixture of different cultures, and I love that about Atlanta. I enjoyed that about Atlanta. There's like great events. So second would be like the events, and like, so I've been to a lot of like modeling events out there, fashion events, you know, job fairs, whatever it is, you know, concerts. They have a bunch of concerts. So I really dig that about Atlanta. You know, I like that there's a lot of black entrepreneurs, male and female, doing their thing and being successful. I think Shauna kind of touched on that. But, you know, females really killing it out there, man. When I was on the Highway 285, you see all the females in all the foreign whips. They driving Porsches, all types of stuff out there. So, you know, for the ladies, you know, that's somewhere you could really thrive, you know, for being an entrepreneur. And I think a lot of people support, you know, in the South, it's different from the North. A lot of people support each other in the South. You know, it's not like that cutthroat mentality in the North, like, oh, she doing the same thing as me, oh, I ain't gonna help her, I'm not gonna give her the chance to be successful. So I think it's a little different out there. So, you know, it's who you know, and want to make friends with different people. So I think that's pretty cool. Another thing I would say is like the sports teams is really cool. So I'm repping for the fellas. So you got the Braves, you got the Atlanta United soccer team, you got
the Falcons.
You got the Falcons, and was it the Atlanta Hawks? So you got a lot of teams out there, and then on top of that, if you like college sports, you got Georgia Tech, Georgia State, and all the HBCUs. You got Kennesaw State. You got so many colleges to rep out there for basketball and football. You know, Georgia State, all that. So, you know, you got the Bulldogs, all that. So it's kind of a dope place to be when it comes to that. So, you know, it's a young state. So that's a new cool pro for me. Another pro I would say that I most enjoyed while I was there, because y'all know I'm not in Atlanta no more, but another thing I really enjoyed is basically like how it's becoming the new Hollywood. Atlanta's the new Hollywood. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Disney's there, Marvel's there, all the new TV shows, they're filming it out in studios in Atlanta. They're not filming it in Hollywood like that no more. All the movies, TV shows is filmed out there. So that means more opportunities for actors, more opportunities for like artists and stuff like that. Because you know all the record labels been out there, so all the labels still out there. So I think it's great. And, you know, Atlanta got like one of the cities that's really hot in hip hop. If you're into hip hop, so you know you got Lil Baby, Gunna, Young Thug, Future, all those people. They in Atlanta. So
sensational.
You know, it's just the place to be. As far as that, I think something else is a pro for me. Kind of what Shauna was saying, like the real estate housing market. I would just go I would just add on and say it's kind of like an up and coming. So like some areas are up and coming. Like you see a lot of gentrification is happening in certain areas, like where the new stadium is at, the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Like they're looking to rebuild that. So you might. That's a good investment. If you can pay cash for stuff like that, I would go ahead and throw some cash into those type of neighborhoods, because they're really looking to revamp. And I don't know what things are looking like due to COVID, but I mean Atlanta's open, so everything should be good. I would say the food is definitely pro. I wouldn't say it's the best food, like my baby over here was saying, but
I'm just saying the South in general.
Yeah, for the South,
I prefer Southern food. But that's just because I was born in the South. So if you're up north, like he's from up north, so he may have a difference in opinion, and that's fine, But yeah, just Southern girl. I love Southern food. Look, give me some cornbread. Give me some collard greens. Give me some chicken. Look, give me all that.
Man, I will say I love the breakfast restaurants out there, brunch restaurants out there. Oh my God, it's amazing. Another Broken Egg, shout out to y'all. Waffle House, breakfast at the Waffle House, 20 sausage biscuits. Hey, excuse me, man, what? Come on, a sausage biscuit?
Oh my God.
Man, that's my song, man. But yeah, all in all, shout out to Atlanta. Those are my pros. So my cons, I don't got too many of them, but for sure at the top of the list, because I'm experiencing it right now, is the traffic in Atlanta all day long. 285, just shut it down. I-75, I-95, or 85, whatever it was. Man, the traffic is terrible in Atlanta. It's so overcrowded, and I think it needs just a new system to get around. If I had to make another con, it would definitely be like the distance between like those good restaurants. So the restaurants that are really good, you gotta go different spots around Atlanta. So and everywhere is at least a bare minimum 20 minutes. So you think about that. So that means you're gonna be spending 40 minutes to go get you some food. So unless you live close or inside of Atlanta, of course. So we lived out in the suburbs like Marietta and like she said, Norcross. So it took us a little drive. But if you're in Atlanta, it might be a little shorter. But for us, everything 20 minutes, man. Everything.
Oh, back on the restaurants. So I do have some recommendations. Atlanta Fish Market, that's a really good seafood spot if you love seafood. Papados, great seafood spot. If you like wings, Cafe J's off of Singleton Road in Norcross, really good. And yeah, if you're familiar with Wingstop, any Wingstop is good. And then what else? Gosh, there's so many restaurants, guys. Just comment down below if you want some more recommendations for restaurants.
But alright guys, that's it for this video. Those are pros and cons lists. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That's your boy Chris.
Hi.